One, two, three.
Is that better?
Did that fix the problem?
Hold on. Can you hear us?
Test one, two, three. Testing, testing, testing. Is that better?
Fixed.
Is it fixed?
Thank you, Andy.
Okay.
All right. As I was saying, all right, hopefully you guys can like this video, share the video, and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep you updated leading up to the convention next month. It's coming up fast and it's coming crazy for us behind the scenes. John and I literally were up 48 hours. We didn't sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course that's a normal thing. Hashtag team no sleep. So are you guys planning to sleep the weekend of AM? Because I'm not planning to sleep. So I mean, are you guys gonna like sleep before, like sleep a lot before so you can just stay up, or are you planning to just have 4 normal days, like sleep good 8 hours or 10 hours a day? What are your plans?
Yes. How we do it is it's already crazy now, so we're prepping our bodies for the madness that week. For our team, we average about, I think, some of us, at least 25 miles walking that 4 days.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys actually check to see how much you walked during the convention weekend? You know what? We should actually do a competition. Like maybe after the convention, right? People can just post up their, how many steps or how many what distance you walked throughout the convention, and we should like give a prize to the person that walked the most.
With the screen cap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just take a screenshot of your
No
health.
cheating though.
Yeah.
But I think last year I walked about 55 miles. That for 5-6 days.
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot.
That was a lot.
So let's start with the exhibit hall, the updated image of the exhibit hall, the updated layout. And I want to talk about this exhibit hall. Let's get into it. Okay. So this right here is the updated map for the exhibit hall. There's a few new additions. Now this new map hasn't gone live yet on the app. This should be tomorrow, I think. But you guys can take a glimpse and you can see some of the vendors now have their logos on there, so you can tell which vendors are in what booths. This is like a kind of like a zoomed out image, but if we kind of like zoom in a little bit to, let's say, exhibit hall B and C, which is what you see here.
Exciting is what I see.
So you can see there there's like, just to give you guys sort of like an orientation, the entrance to Hall C's right, see you on the sort of like bottom right side of the screen where it says Good Smile Racing, like right in front of the Good Smile Racing booth is the entrance.
Okay, can I tell them real quick layout? This is level 1, first of all. The George R. Brown Convention Center has 5 halls on the first level. So from, if you're looking at it, is hall A through E, C being the grand entrance. So we're talking about that big corridor coming in, and then John is pointing to the entrance of Hall C, which is right there, Good Smile Racing.
Correct. All right. So that is the entrance. So when it opens the first time, of course, as time goes by, we're going to open up all of the doors, so you can go in and out. There's a big door in front of each hall, right, and each one can serve as an entrance and an exit. So as long as you have your valid Anime Matsuri badge, you can go in there and come out, as much as you like. But here it gives you you have a visual idea of what Hall B and I guess part of Hall C look like. And I know people keep asking what's the color coded booths. It's just pretty simple. It's more of a exhibitor thing. Like the yellow ones are premium booths and the green ones
Our
just
standard booths.
standard booths, right? What you see at the bottom there,
Actually, the first row.
that is a red carpet at the bottom. So there's some booths on the red carpet that you can see from here. Vendors, you have Samsung, you have Krypton with Hatsune Miku. The very booth is there. The J-Rock booth is there. Good Smile, and on the bottom right is Aston Martin. Yeah, as in Aston Martin cars. Now, if you just shift this a little bit more to the right, you can see.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of booths.
Yeah, you can see. So there's, this is the exhibit hall C and then D. So right there on the right side here, that is the edge of where the artist alley starts. But you can see there's new additions to the booths. And what you see at the very top there, or the top left of your screen, that is where the car show is going to be. And the car show itself has two booths within it, which is Tom's Racing and High Speed Atelier, which is on the left side. Now on the right side, you have all the guest booths. And speaking of guest booths, let me just.
Jude, by the way, is saying my wallet is sweating.
No.
There's a lot of booths. Each square, by the way, in this exhibit hall, also in the artist alley, is a 10 by 10 foot space.
Yes.
So that's a lot of booths.
Let me go back on the left side. So let's go back to exhibit hall B. On the left wall, you can see on the very left side there are 12 booths, which is the cosplay area. So that's a cosplayer per booth. That's where all the cosplayers are going to be. So they're against the left wall in hall B. Now, speaking of cosplayers, we've announced some cosplayers, not all of them.
That is correct.
And
like Goldie today, we announced.
Correct. Yeah. So we announced Goldie, which is pretty exciting. And there we have 2 booths left. So we figured we can ask you guys if there's any cosplayers you recommend that you would like to support, that you would like us to invite to fill up those 2 booths. We
got a lot of.
we can get your requests and your ideas.
We got a lot of requests from cosplayers from around the world by DM, but we bring it to you guys to help us out here to make a decision.
Yeah, speaking of this, speaking of Goldie, this is Goldie. Goldie is a Japanese cosplayer. He specializes in making, the big mecha cosplays like what you see here, like Gundam.
Insane.
He likes to cosplay from Evangelion.
And Gundam, especially.
Yeah. So he has quite a bit of this, and these things really look so awesome.
And
He's been to Anime Matsuri before.
Yes, twice before.
Yes.
And he's upgraded like quite a bit of his cosplays this past couple years, since especially during the pandemic, he was been upgrading a lot of his mech cosplays. So these are new cosplays that he's going to be bringing.
Yes. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty amazing to see him, and he actually said that he does not want to stay at the booth. So he said he just wants to walk around the convention
He loves interacting
and take pictures with people. So if you want to find Goldie, you're gonna have to search the convention center because he's gonna be walking around.
And you might have to say, "Are you Goldie?"
Well, you will know when you see him. You'll know it's him because there's just nothing like him.
Yeah, his stuff is so wildly good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, he will not take off his cosplay for you.
Yeah, so this is one of the reasons, because Goldie doesn't want a booth. Let me go back to that exhibit hall map. So because he doesn't want a booth in the
so
in that
this
area,
changed.
So we opened up a booth. Now we could just simply remove it, or maybe we could just add a cosplayer to the lineup. Either or, it's fine with us.
Yes.
There's a variety. I think by the end of this week, we would have announced all of the cosplayers, and there's a variety of cosplayers from all over the world, and we have local ones as well. So we support people from everywhere, and it's just going to be a pretty, a pretty nice mixture of cosplayers, specializing in different types of cosplays. So if you like cosplay, and if you're a fan of cosplayers, there'll be plenty for you to do there and interact and talk to them, and
Yeah, you can
ask
support
questions.
them as well, though they might be selling something that offer their posters or whatnot. Or I believe Pugovka, for example, has her photo books and stuff. So yeah, they work really hard on getting their cosplays just right, but also the photography on these things was amazing. But yes, there's a variety of different cosplayers and items that you can support them directly.
Yeah, there's 3 cosplayers coming from Japan alone.
Yes.
There's 3 of them. We've announced Goldie, so we're gonna announce the other pair probably tomorrow. So now let's go back to the map. So now this is Hall C and Hall D. At the very top there, like I said, those are the guest booths. And when I say guest booths, I mean like the VAs, the voice actors. They're there.
Or other talents.
Other
There's
talents.
also, Kaylee Hoddle that we announced.
Yes,
She will
yes.
be there.
She's gonna be there as well. And also the latest announcement that we made was Meat Canyon. Did you guys see that? So I know it came.
Some people were like, "Is that what he looks like?" Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's him. So we're actually, if you guys know who he is, I'm sure most of you know who he is, because when we announced him, we got so many messages uh, about him. He's gonna be hosting a panel as well, and if you've seen him stream or his work and what you know how crazy
He's
this can get.
crazy and funny.
So I mean, he's gonna bring the good times to the convention. But it's actually amazing. We're very happy.
Yeah, we're grateful. He's very happy to be joining us for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Javi asked, "What is the Aston Martin booth?" It is an amazing car booth.
well, Aston Martin is a brand, so
Is a brand of cars that are from England, and there is a Aston Martin Houston here that is involved in this exhibit this year.
and believe it or not, Aston Martin is one of the sponsors of Anime Matsuri.
Yes.
Just think about that for a second. Yes, we should shove it to all the people that said anime just as a genre, people won't take us serious, and anime is not that great, and whatnot. I remember when we first went to the convention center and told them that we want to host an anime convention, and they looked at us all weird, like,
What is anime?
What is anime? No, we don't. No, anime.
We don't know what that is.
We don't do that here. We don't do anime. Now look, we have Aston Martin, right? Very expensive car brand sponsoring the convention.
Yeah.
That should tell you something.
Actually, Anime Matsuri, fun fact, Anime Matsuri has become one of the top largest events in the George R. Brown Convention Center.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Exactly. Yep.
Yes. Question from Emily. Are you guys going to be announcing more YouTubers?
Yes. Yes. More YouTubers. Yes. As a matter of fact, we haven't even announced any of the YouTubers. Well, maybe Nick Ricada.
No? We haven't even announced Nick. We just talked about Nick.
Yes, but we're gonna announce all of them. I think there's a total of 8 of them, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
at the same time.
Oh,
So-
actually, did we announce D-Man 1954?
did we?
I don't know. I think we mentioned him. But anyway, we still need to make it official, right? Making
Yeah.
all these announcements.
Yes, we'll announce because the YouTube area is full now. They have Nick Ricada. I'm sure you guys know who Nick Ricada is, right? Ricada Law is the one that curated. He's in charge of the YouTube area, so he's the one that invited all of those guys. So if you guys like or you have any compliments, you can just go to him
Also,
and say, "Hey, Nick, good job," or
actually-
"Nick, not so good job." Huh?
Well, Nick was one, but they're actually one of our previous year's YouTubers, that Star Wars girl. She can't make it this year, but she still was involved in helping us bring some of the.
Yeah, she has to be at a wedding that weekend.
So she couldn't make it this year, and she will be hopefully next year. And actually, she recommended keeping some of the YouTubers that are coming.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the map again. At the very top left, that's the gaming area. Now we have partnered with a company called Kaboom Games,
Kaboom!
and they will be in charge of that gaming area. So they will handle everything there, and this includes video games and tabletop gaming. They have they've come up with a list of tournaments and a layout. I think they sent sort of like a map or a layout of the video game area. I don't think I have it for the tabletop gaming area, but
Do you have it here? Ooh,
oh, there you go.
jeez, that's massive.
So there's
This
a
is
lot.
my first time seeing it.
So there's a lot of stuff going on with the video games, and
Wow.
there's of course there's free play area and there's the tournaments, the schedule, so the detailed schedule for gaming,
Tournaments?
well, just gaming in general, all the tournaments and even the tabletop gaming will be on the app,
Yeah,
and
so
that
we'll
should be
put it up
updated
there.
pretty soon. But if you can see, I mean, it's a little.
That is a lot
you
of
can see
stuff
what's
going
going
on
on. They
in the
you know,
gaming area.
yeah, that
Of
gaming
Exhibit
area is
Hall
about
B.
yeah, it's about 4,000 square feet of space, and they are taking all of that and they're setting everything up there. So it's in it's in the exhibit hall there. Now
Wow.
we have thought of either having the gaming area or moving the gaming area to the third floor, and we've played around with this idea.
Yes, we have.
And the reason for that is because on the third, if it's in the exhibit hall,
It's limited hours.
to the exhibit hall hours. So at 7 p.m. when the exhibit hall shuts down, then the gaming has to shut down because it's in the exhibit hall. But if it's on the third floor, then we could keep it open outside of the exhibit hall hours. So for example, it could just be there, I don't know, till 2 in the morning or something like that, or till midnight, whatnot. We've played around with this idea.
There's a lot of issues too with the being outside.
Well,
There's pluses and there's pros and cons. The reason why I say this is because yes, there's more hours for y'all, but there's also a lot of staffing that's involved for that space on the third level,
yes.
and that's a lot of hours that basically. Gosh, I want to say probably 14, no, at least 14 hours.
Well, also you have to think of it like this. So Kaboom Gaming is coming with their team, and their team of people, they're going to work the booth.
Yeah.
But just like you and me and everybody else,
They want to be at.
they also want to
events.
enjoy the convention. They want to go to some panels. They want to, they want to go to Club AM. Maybe they want to go to a concert, and the nightlife of Anime Matsuri, they want to enjoy that as well. So this way, if it's in the exhibit hall and it shuts down at 7, at least they get to go back to the hotel. They get to shower, change, and then come back and enjoy everything else that follows. Between 7 and 3 or 4 in the morning, so they can go to the Nerdlesque or the
Other
Hentai
events.
Fest or other events, which is the thing. But if they're stuck
One more
there
dance.
and we have to keep it open until 2 in the morning, then they'll get to do nothing except just be in that room.
Concerts happen at night. All kinds of events happen at night for Anime Matsuri. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of nightlife to do if you're 18 and up, especially 18 and up. However, this is one of the, I guess, I wouldn't say it's a issue, but because of the excitement of Anime Matsuri, it's nightlife, there's a lot of people that want to, be part of it.
Yeah. So just remember, everyone at the convention, well, should I say almost everybody, even our staff,
Yes.
even our staff, our volunteers, they're also fans of anime. They love the convention besides them loving what they do and work. So
I mean, Jason says he's going to be at the rave. For
yeah,
goodness sake.
so we try as much as possible not to have extended too many hours for each person, so they can actually get to go around and enjoy the convention. They want to go shopping. People want to buy stuff in the
Exhibit hall.
in the exhibit hall and the artist alley, and go around and enjoy themselves. So do some work and have some fun at the same time. So it's like a pretty fulfilling weekend. And
It
we
only
think about
happens
this
once a year.
Yeah, we think about this every time we schedule volunteers or staffing, every time, and even for our guests. Our guests, you can imagine, they work and they do their panels and whatnot, but they still want to enjoy the rest of the convention. most of the guests go to Club AM, right? They just tell us that they want to go, or the concerts, and it's something that we would like them to do also. Not to mention
Yes.
the Japanese guests coming from they
Oh yeah,
or just
they
any
love.
international guests.
All the guests want to participate at events at night.
Yeah, and they want to go around and see, what Houston has to offer. They love going to NASA and seeing what
I mean,
NASA is
some of them
about.
have
Or
even done the karaoke lounge.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes you because you think about it, like a person is coming from Japan and it's their first time in Houston, their first time in Texas. There's a very big difference between Houston and Tokyo, for example. And I'm not just talking about like what it looks like or the buildings. The culture is different.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you guys know this. I'm sure you do, but the term Texas steak is world famous, and it's one of the first things they do. Everybody wants to come here and they want to try Texas steak, right? And in the past, we've thought, okay, well, you know what? We can have them at the convention center, right, or at the hotel, and we can just order them steak, right, so they can eat it there. No. They want to go into the restaurant and try it in the restaurant like the way Texans do with everybody else. So we always have to accommodate things like that. So we would have to, we're booking different restaurants and times where they can actually go there
Yep.
and,
Sit down and
sit
enjoy
down in that particular restaurant and enjoy it with everybody else and, pretend like,
Yes, Texas barbecue too, Jason. Yes.
yeah.
Yowister is asking, will the concerts actually start at 8 o'clock on Saturday? It's actually at 9 o'clock. If it is 8 o'clock, we'll have to change it. But it's 9.
No, the doors open at 8.
Oh, yeah,
I
doors
think.
open at
Yeah,
8.
the doors open at 8 and the concert.
FYI, last year, none of our main events started late on time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
it's been great.
yeah, we'll do our best to stick to the schedule and not be late. But this is a thing. And Houston is not a very tourist friendly place
It's
because
very spread out.
we don't have, we're not a tourist city. We
Yet.
Yet, correct, yet. So most people don't, if you're an international person or you're a Japanese person or from Korea, you don't think, well, I'm going to go to Houston on vacation, right? And if you're in Houston, we don't have like Disneyland or, I don't know, the Statue of Liberty or any of these tourist attractions that people around the world know. But Houston has its own charm. And the food here is fantastic. Just
Southern hospitality.
the culture itself, the people are very warm, and this is what they want to experience.
Yes.
So whenever we bring people here, we don't just confine them to the convention center or the hotel.
They love seeing the Astros. They love going to NASA. They love the food, Texas food, Houston food. They love the hospitality and that's all part of our culture here in Houston, and so it is absolutely a must do to explore a little bit outside of the convention center and Anime Matsuri. So it's a thing for the guests, and mind you, they have very limited time at Anime Matsuri. So they come in Thursday, sometimes Friday, and they have to leave by Monday. So you can imagine it takes 13 hours straight to get here. And then, direct flight back is another 12 hours. So that's basically, you lose 24 hours of just traveling.
Yes,
so
yes.
it's a lot, but that's why they want to do it as much as they can during Anime Matsuri's time.
Yeah. And we go out of our way to do this. We fly our guests here with a direct flight,
Yes.
So that would be the minimum amount of time they would spend on the plane. Already as it is, it's like 12 or 13 hours. So the flight that leaves from Narita Airport, arrives here in Houston 13 hours later. We don't like to do any kind of like, one or two stops, even though that is cheaper, but it's just, we don't do that. We just fly them straight here. And then while they're here, usually on Sundays, we just kind of like schedule some stuff for
free
them
time.
so they can go here and there. So sometimes, they'll have panels or they'll have activities at the convention. But because Sunday is kind of like a shorter day, the convention is over earlier, then we schedule things for them to do and for
Yes.
try, and they're really grateful for this.
Yeah, and then we have a guest dinner with the consulate this year. Things like that. I mean, there's other things that they also still attend after the convention.
Yes, yes, and Tony's is correct. You nailed it. Houston is a place for families. That is true.
Many families.
And just think, we want you guys to know, right? We are not the only hosts for these guests. We bring them to Houston,
Yes.
but all of you guys,
Yes.
you're hosts as well. So when you see the Japanese guests, you are, I mean, you have some responsibility to welcome them as well to Houston, to Texas, to
Absolutely.
the United States.
As I mentioned in a previous, stream, Anime Matsuri can only happen because of you guys. So Anime Matsuri is you guys. It's all of us together. As the convention runs and happens, this is what our guests are experiencing. So it's not just our team, but it's everyone that's involved.
Yeah. So don't hesitate to go to any of the guests, especially the international ones, and just welcome them. Welcome to Houston. Welcome.
Yes.
They love this. They really do, and they really appreciate it because
And they've been
we get told this all the time.
Absolutely. I mean, they've experienced some of them other conventions, but it's so different here once they've experienced Houston, especially Toho. I want to say Toho loves Houston, and Toho enjoys not just Anime Matsuri, but Astros as well. So it's great.
Yes, yes. You guys, check this out. Our bags, the convention bags came in yesterday,
Yes.
a couple of days ago. That is a big bag.
And I always can fit in it, as I say, but I can't do it this time. And here's what the sides and the back.
Oh, it's in there. There you go. Can you guys read that? Yeah, it says, "Thank you from all of us at Anime Matsuri."
Yep. This is Mirai, our mascot. And this is actually a picture of Japan. So it says from Japan to Houston. Oh, by the way, Mirai, if you haven't noticed, is Suji Santa is the illustrator for Mirai once again from Japan. It's great, and all the Super Pass holders gets one of those in their goodie box. Yes.
Yes, they do.
And you can purchase it at the Anime Matsuri booth if you like. For those who don't have one from the Super Pass. What's the badge design?
Well, you're gonna have to wait and see. Badge design is pretty sick.
There's various designs for certain days, and also for the weekend, and for the kids pass, exhibitor pass, artist alley pass.
Yeah. But you'll see the new designs for the badges, for the Super Pass box, and even what's in it. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, you get to bring that around the convention.
So you know how for the past couple of live streams, I've just told you guys a kind of an interesting behind the scenes story. Let me tell you a quick behind the scenes story for this live stream. So last year, the convention was at the end of July. So it was just right at the end of July, right? It was fine. But this year, when we discussed with the convention center, and we needed all of the convention center, so the closest weekend to that was this weekend, August 10th to the 13th.
Yes.
And we couldn't host the convention sooner, so it had to be this weekend. So okay, fine, we took the weekend because this is the one weekend where
The whole convention center is ours.
and the hotels and the park.
Yes.
Right. However, School for the kids
Start.
starts on the 14th.
No,
So,
actually, it starts on the 9th.
well,
Some of them.
anyway, around this time. And we have quite a bit of
Teachers.
teachers in our, on our staff,
On our
especially
team,
on
yeah.
our management team. One of said teachers is Natalie Mikeska. She is the main person for on the exhibit hall team.
coordinator.
So she's Jason's boss. So Jason is here, and he can tell you that's her boss. And she's been with us.
His boss.
Yes, sorry, his boss. And she's been with us for a long time. And she has 3 kids. We love her, and she's a teacher. So the first thing we did was go to our staff and tell them, and everybody was just running around like crazy trying to get off that weekend, especially the teachers because they were scheduled to work. So almost everybody got off, but Natalie Mikeska could not, and
Our
the school
main person.
will not let her off. She had to work, so she came to us and said, "I'm sorry, they just will not let me off. That weekend is just I mean I tried." That was a problem because we need her for the exhibit hall to function as smooth as possible. Especially this year, we knew there was going to be so many vendors.
Just back it up. The history of Mikeska is that she has been with us since 2013. So yes, she's been with us for 10 years.
Yeah.
So she's experienced is another thing.
Yes, she's experienced. So we need her to make sure everything goes well. So yes, we could have just sort of replaced her with somebody, but we decided to try to get her school, her employer, to just let her off that weekend. So here's what we did, right?
Oh, you're actually gonna show them?
What I have here is a letter, right?
From the city of Houston.
And I'm going to read you this letter.
That's why.
No, it's okay. I am going to read you this letter, and it says, "Dear Principal," and then the principal's name, right? "On behalf of the city of Houston, I kindly request you to excuse Miss Natalie Mikeska from work during August 10th through the 13th of 2023. Miss Mikeska is a vital member of the Anime Matsuri convention team, and her presence is required for the event that is partnered with the city of Houston and the George R. Brown Convention Center to function effectively and to help bring thousands of visitors to our great city. I appreciate your timely exemption to this unique circumstance. Sincerely, Sylvester Turner, Mayor, City of Houston."
Ta-da!
And now she's off. And she will be at the convention. This kind of things, it's just like an internal thing.
Send the
for
bat
us.
signal, ice cold said.
And and this happens, but we are extremely grateful that we even have the opportunity to to do this. She's extremely excited. You can imagine that went to her school, and can you just imagine just going to work and with a letter like that, from the mayor of Houston saying, "Can you please excuse this person? We need them to save the city."
Oh man, yes. The mayor was happy to do it, and we did ask him, and he was happy to do it. So it was great.
Yeah. So her boss was like, you have no choice but to just let her off. So she will be with us. This is amazing, and we're actually happy that we have her and her experience, and her team
To be part of the convention's, work, and the weekend, and all the dedicated team under her. So yeah, not just her, but the entire Anime Matsuri team has been, working tirelessly to make this happen. And
Jenny.
it's just a lot of things going on. Each department is so dedicated to making sure that you guys have a great time, that things run smoothly, that we don't have any hiccups, and everything goes well and safe, and and you guys are happy. So we're doing our very best to make that happen behind the scenes. So I want to give props to the team so far, working so and tirelessly to make it happen, and we've been
Yeah.
having nonstop meetings and
Yeah, and
not sleeping really.
we care a lot about our staff and our volunteers and everyone that's involved. And one of the reasons for this is because we remember where we came from. We remember when we were trying to get the convention off the ground, and many people wouldn't give us the time of day, or they thought anime isn't a big deal, or would never be a big deal, or they just looked down on the fandom, right? They didn't think it was that important.
Yeah.
We don't forget that, and here we are, where the city itself, the mayor's office, can do something like this for one person. So we're not talking about like a group of people, just one person, and it shows
That the city cares.
yeah, how they care and how far we've come.
And yeah, definitely. Kevin is saying Houston giving support for the anime lover.
Yes.
And can we re-elect this mayor again? Actually, this is our mayor's final term. This is
Yeah.
his final Anime Matsuri as mayor. And guess what, guys? When we had the meeting with him just a few weeks ago, and we said, you're coming for the last time as mayor. And then he said, that's right, as mayor, because I still want to come to Anime Matsuri. It stopped.
No,
No?
it's still going.
So, yes, can you believe that he said that? That is wild. So, we're very, very grateful for a supportive mayor, and a mayor that understands, you guys, what we do for you guys, and welcomes you every year that he's been attending since, 2018.
Yeah. Jenny Soul says, "Can
2017,
can y'all get one of those notes for me?" Jenny. Jenny.
No, we can't.
Jenny, you trying to get off work? What are you trying to do? What do you work?
Wow.
What do you work? What's your job? Why wouldn't they let you off? I mean, it should be enough to just tell them, hey, Anime Matsuri is going on, and I have to attend this convention. It's pretty important. I'm sure they'll let you off. But if you absolutely need to leave, you need to be at the convention, maybe we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he does want to cosplay again, so he says, "Give me an epic cosplay for my last time as mayor." So we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah. But also, let's not downplay the role that you guys have played in this,
yes.
because you guys make the convention what it is, right? This convention is full of love, and not just from our side, from you guys as well. You guys have been very supportive of this event, and throughout 17 years, there's been ups and downs. We've had problems before. We've had all kinds of issues, and you guys have stuck with us through everything. And this is how we have gotten to where we are, and we really appreciate this. Sometimes, every business, every endeavor has ups and downs, has supporters, has haters. But what you do and how you stick together, the results show. And
yeah, we don't really care what actually is said online necessarily, other than us giving you the information about what's happening. But anything along the lines of other, I guess, critiques or comments and stuff like that, we do consider feedback, great feedback, but the negativity and whatnot, not necessary. So what shows is the support, and the support comes straight from you guys when you come to Anime Matsuri. And you guys have been coming in record numbers for us, for several years, and for a long time. And so this is our 17th annual convention, and it's looking to be the biggest one yet. Last year, I believe I mentioned it's over 61,000 in attendance during the weekend, and it's already looking like it's going to surpass that number this year.
Yes, yes. And you guys, every time I know we get questions, people ask us what can you do to support the convention more. You just come to the convention.
Yeah. Buy a badge.
Buy a badge. Tell your friends. Tell your
Yep.
family. Bring your friends to the convention. Encourage people to come. When you're here, have fun with people. Have fun with the guests. They get to be here.
You won't see these things, happen anywhere else. Some of these things. So when we haven't even gotten to the special exhibitions that we have planned for you guys, so we'll get into details on one of the streams for that. But yes, there's so many things that we work on throughout the year. That's why we travel to Japan to bring this direct content, authentic content for you at the convention. We don't just curate it here. We curate it with Japan, so to bring it here. So it's very, very special and unique. And the guests are special and unique as well that are coming. And so we want to be able to have you guys experience all these cool things happening each year. And for those who have been coming, the experience is something special. So you just have to go to try it out. And for those who are still on the fence or whatnot, there's always opportunity to meet the same people with the same interests. And mind you, be open-minded about trying new things, because a lot of you over the years have never done something and then you tried it at AM Matsuri and you loved it. So, or you can say, at least I tried it. I'll do something else next time. But you actually tried it, so that's great. Those are the awesome, unique things about Anime Matsuri, is the actual experience. So it's very different, I want to say, than other events. By the way, I want to address. I know you mentioned it, Jude, about a goodie bag from last year. You should have gotten it, but if you haven't, just go ahead and DM me directly, Trinity Reloads, on my Instagram, and I'll see what I can do for you. Thank you. Yes, you made it, Orlando. Thank you. Big C's here with us. The biggest party of the year, the summer, is at Anime Matsuri. That is correct, sir. It truly is, actually, at the convention center. I want to say we are the biggest party that the city has during Anime Matsuri weekend. Absolutely, because we mentioned huge nightlife, huge concerts at the George R. Brown, festivities outside, festivities inside, all kinds of stuff. And you guys make it so colorful with your costumes and cosplays all weekend long. So we can't wait to see that.
Yes. Yep. And I know somebody asked earlier if we're going to do fireworks this year. We are planning on it. So hopefully everything clicks, and then we can, and the weather permits, so we can have fireworks on Thursday.
Yeah. Miguel is asking, could you show or say what will be provided for the seiyus to sign? So I think you're talking about Yukana and Kanayuki.
Yes.
And
they're bringing their own pictures.
Pictures.
So, yeah, they have like we'll show them probably on sometime.
It's like an 8x10.
Yeah, it's like
8x10 portrait photo.
Yeah, so they have. I think there's just only 100 autographs, if I'm not mistaken,
That's
for
correct.
each. So they're only bringing 100 of those, and that's what they will sign. So they're bringing those pictures themselves.
Yes. And the reason why it's different than other, I think someone mentioned it on Instagram, like, why isn't it like the other VAs? Well, the domestic VAs, have other things to sign. And from Japan's side, they don't even do this normally, guys. They don't do this, have these kind of meet and greets, have signing events. Very, very rare and limited. And so if you go to Akihabara, which is, the Mecca center area of Japan that, has a lot of anime and stuff, some of those shops have really rare pictures of idols autographing their photo. Those sell for hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars sometimes because it's so rare for idols, for voice actresses, for actors in film to be doing autograph signing. Yes, there are illustrators. They have, Comic Cat, which is like the biggest artist alley in the world, events once or twice a year, and those events they have, yes, the artists do it, but when it comes to entertainment side of it, voice talents, film talent, these are really rare opportunities, even for major artists, that play stadiums, have concerts. They don't really normally have autograph sessions, and idols hardly ever. They don't. We have to negotiate quite a bit,
Yeah.
to have these things here at Anime Matsuri. So when we do, it is a rare opportunity for you guys not just to meet the talent, but to get an autograph. So they usually, attend a panel or something like that, or have some kind of talk event. But autograph sessions are really really rare. So I highly recommend, if you can get it, do get it, and it is a huge collector's item for you guys.
Yes, yes, it is.
And I know Japanese, even Japanese, fans come for this type of thing. They come just for the autographs or just for the meet and greet with the Japanese talent, because they don't even get that in Japan. So as you can see, it's very, very unique and rare to have. So I
Yeah.
hope you guys take advantage of that.
Yeah. Hopefully by the next stream, when we stream on Thursday, we'll show some of the merch, so you guys can, especially some of the collaboration merch that's coming. I know you guys are talking about merch and and whatnot, but so you have an idea of what it looks like.
Oh, Lito's asking, Lito Enchanted, is there going to be a poster for Miku Krypton booth? There's going to be some.
There'll be something, probably.
We're going to talk about that in one of the streams. We promise. We'll talk about it. There's still a lot of things in the works right now that Japan is working on with us, and we're bound by NDA not to say anything until it's official.
Yeah. Rebecca, drinks and snacks allowed in the convention. Yes,
Yes.
they are. Yeah, you
Yes.
can bring your drinks and snacks.
Yes.
No problem.
Not your alcohol necessarily, but your drinks and snacks is fine.
Yeah, don't bring beer.
Don't do
Bring
that.
water
Yes.
or juice.
Juice. Yes.
Something.
Yes.
All right. All righty.
We have still a lot to do tonight. We probably will be sleeping quite late. So we would thank so much for joining us this evening. We're going to continue this stream talk on Thursday night with us. So please be sure to join us then. We'd love to hear, from you even more, and talk about the convention and share away, guys. It's coming up fast, August 10th through 13th, Houston, Texas, George R. Brown Convention Center. And please download your app. Download our app. In your phone, I mean.
Yes.
So all the information gets updated daily, and throughout leading up to the convention, there will be more and more updates, announcements, special things within the app that you guys need to know, and the map, for instance, and where things are at. Who is where, all those things, artists, vendors, guests, where are they going to be, the schedules. You can only get the schedule, by the way, through the app, not through the website. The website is for general information.
Yes.
But the app is the interactive part. So you guys can create your own schedule, see what happens, when, where, how, all that stuff.
Yeah. And always remember, you guys at this convention, right? When we say attendees, you're attendees, not spectators.
Yes.
Spectators are just
Seeing, observing.
they just observe, and they're not involved in the actual convention. You guys are involved. We all are involved in
That's
the
why you
convention.
called attendees.
It's our event. So you guys are part of the convention as much as
Yes.
everybody else. How you act to our guests that makes a big difference. How you support
you
them,
treat
how
each
you talk to
other.
them, how you treat each other. You guys have fun with each other. You meet new people. All of this is just as important to the convention as what everybody else is doing. So it's important. These things are important, and you guys make the convention what it is.
Yeah.
So
So thank you in advance.
thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to again to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you on Thursday night. Good night and stay nerdy, guys. Bye.